The breaking news tonight here on the Dallas Cowboys Report, the Cowboys, and a bit of a stunner, have released linebacker Jaylon Smith, the divisive, controversial, loved, hated, and a bit more of the latter in recent years. The linebacker has been cut by the Dallas Cowboys. A bit of a stunning development, given that he, I thought, was playing better, and that the Cowboys saved $0 this year with the release of Jaylon Smith. Now, I will make note, there are some, I'm looking at the phrase here, there are some offset language. There is some offset language in the contract here for Jaylon, meaning if a new team, let's say Denver or the Raiders or whomsoever, sign, or the Chiefs, because they love ex-Cowboys, LBs, if one of those teams signs Jaylon Smith, let's say for $1 million, which is about all I think he's going to end up getting on the open market, then the Cowboys will save that amount of money on their books. So there is some potential savings, but no one's going to pay Jaylon Smith the $7.2 million his overall base salary was this year. So Jaylon Smith has really no incentives to take anything more than the vet minimum and go to the best destination in the end. And that's part of why this is such a surprising development for the Cowboys and Jaylon Smith. I was shocked by this move. I was not prepared. The timing is so weird, as we'll get into this momentarily. I was not ready for a mid-season Jaylon Smith release that saves the Cowboys $0. As we'll get into, there's some gross roster mismanagement that's come to light with this move. So give me your one-word reaction in the comment section. This is going to be the pinned comment on today's video. So one word only. You get the ad break here on YouTube. Scroll on down and let me know. Jaylon's numbers over the past couple years have been good from a tackle perspective, and I want to get ahead of this because I know it'll be in the comment section. But Tom, Jaylon was second in the league in tackles. Yeah, and it's a bad way, as the Cowboys just showed you, to actually evaluate players. I thought Jaylon Smith this year was playing better. Now, he was in a reduced role. I don't think the liability that we had seen at linebacker in recent years was really there anymore. I thought he'd become a better player. The report from Michael Gelkin of the Dallas Morning News is that the Cowboys were concerned about what happens next year with Jaylon Smith's contract. He's got he at least had, I should say, a $9.2 million base salary guaranteed for injury. So if Jaylon Smith got hurt as it comes to training or in a game, the Cowboys would not be able to cut him. Here's my biggest problem with this particular move. There really wasn't anything that changed in Jaylon Smith's play that should have made you go, oh yeah, now we got to cut him. Was he still missing gap assignments? Yes. Was he making any major splash plays? No. But we knew those things. In fact, I thought Smith played better this year. The Cowboys could have saved a couple $1 million by cutting Jaylon Smith earlier this offseason, making him a post-June 1st cut before his base salary guaranteed. They did not do that. And I thought that was a mistake at the time, and it's been proven a mistake with this release tonight. Now, this will not be made official until Wednesday. More on that coming up and what that means in a minute. But I was shocked by this release for the Dallas Cowboys and Jaylon Smith. The timing of it is so unusual. Mid-year, you save $0. You try to trade him. We'll get to that more in depth here in a little bit. But that's what's so interesting to me in terms of the decision to release Jaylon. The timing is unusual. I wonder if there is more going on behind the scenes beyond just that injury guarantee, but I'm not sure. Either way, get your votes in here. What's your shock level following the release? Get your votes in. 1 on the low end, 10. I'm at a 10 on the high end. Jaylon Smith last year, you go, wow, 154 tackles. That's awesome, but that's not a good way to evaluate play. It was pretty clear, based on the Cowboys' usage throughout the season that they had viewed LVE. You saw it last game when Jaylon Smith was a defensive captain for his final game. Remember the Dallas Cowboys, kind of wild from that perspective. Jaylon Smith, they didn't trust him that much in coverage, which is okay. They didn't love him in run support because he was missing assignments. I think there were a couple missed gaps week 3 and week 4. I'm very intrigued by that particular option, but it's a very interesting move, and the timing of it is so intriguing. And we'll get to the trade side of it and why the Cowboys did not, at least for now, most likely, not trade Jaylon Smith. But first, hey, here's a question for you guys. Do you want a free jersey and not one of the number 54 Jaylon Smith's one? We're bringing back the jersey giveaway one night only. Head over to chatsports.com/bet. Use promo code Cowboys125 to get a 125% deposit bonus. When you put down at least $100, we will hook you up with a Cowboys jersey. We have the redeemed and redemption running back Ezekiel Elliott and CeeDee Lamb as well. You got to put down at least $100, A, to get the deposit bonus, but B, to also get the jersey as well. Once you do those things, email us, jersey@chatsports.com. We will be looking, by the way, for a BetUS account number and a screenshot of your first bet, plus like jersey size and all that. But if you have questions or if you've done it already, email us, jersey@chatsports.com. Now, I know one of the big questions beyond the why, which I guess is the whole, well, you didn't want to guarantee his salary next year because of injury, which, again, bad roster management. You should have done this months ago if this was going to be your path. Bad by Dallas. Why didn't you trade Jaylon? We've had a lot of questions over the months at this point, dating back to this beginning of the offseason. Trade Jaylon Smith. Why not move Jaylon Smith for insert player or pick here? The answer's clear. Nobody wants him. And this is what I've been saying for a while. Teams did not want to pay Jaylon Smith $7 million this year and potentially $9 million or more next year. The Cowboys did shop Jaylon Smith. They even offered to eat some of his base salary. Now, those talks aren't technically totally dead at this point. What the Cowboys have done with their strategic timing of the announcement leaked to all the major media outlets is they have several hours now. This move cannot be made official until after the 4 p.m. Eastern League Day resets tomorrow on Wednesday. So this move can't be made official. So if there's a team that says, you know what, Dallas, we'll save you $2 million. You'll eat most of it. Let's go ahead and trade for Jaylon Smith. We'll give you a future 7th rounder. That could still happen. I think it's very unlikely because, again, I don't think, in the words of Jaylon Smith, watch the film. The film's not great for a player of his salary. Vet minimum, there will be interest. And there is some potential savings with the whole offset language. But it's not going to be a trade, I don't think. I would happily, though, be proven wrong again as it relates to Jaylon Smith. Now let's talk in-house replacements. How do they replace Jaylon Smith, who, with the way the team used their linebackers in Week 4, Parsons, Vander Esch, then Jaylon Smith. Well, Keanu Neal's coming back from his injury, so he's going to return as a starter at linebacker for this team. Leighton Vander Esch now emerges as the 3rd linebacker, which he kind of already was. And Jabril Cox, by the way, I think might also get some potential more run at linebacker for this team. We will see if that ends up being the case or not for the Dallas Cowboys. I think you might see more Cox. He has not played, he's not played yet. Also, keep an eye out for this. The Cowboys are deep at safety. Curse, Wilson, KZ, once Wilson's healthy again, KZ, and Malik Hooker as well. I think you will see more usage of 3 safety looks. Big nickel, big dime is the term. Taking a linebacker off the field, putting a safety and or another nickel corner out there. I like that move. It will help the Cowboys, I believe, in coverage. Now, we are live all the time for you guys with breaking news. As stuff happens, I left my wife, who was not that happy. It's okay. She understands the job, even if she is 8 months pregnant or so at this point. But if you want free Cowboys videos and you want to help me feed my family and my unborn child, hit that big red button and subscribe. That way you don't miss out on any of the breaking news as it happens, the rumors, what this means going forward. We've got you guys covered here on the Cowboys Report. So if you haven't already, hit that big red button and subscribe today. Again, the breaking news, the Cowboys have cut Jaylon Smith. I can't remember if I've mentioned the money again. I'll do it again right now just to be safe here. The Cowboys apparently were not comfortable carrying in a $9.2 million risk of an injury guarantee next year for Jaylon Smith, which, again, you knew. The Cowboys knew this going into this. It's not a sudden surprise guarantee. They saved $0 with the release this year, $5 million next year. You could have saved even more money had you made Jaylon Smith a post-June 1st cut. It's a accounting trick. Lets you spread the money out over 2 years. And it allows you to save money in the short term. The Cowboys did not do that. Many of you, myself included, were like, I'd probably cut him and address linebacker elsewhere, which they ended up doing. The Cowboys did not do that. And they just weren't happy, I guess, in the end with the play out of Jaylon. If they really thought Dan Quinn was suddenly going to make Jaylon Smith an elite linebacker again, that was not going to be the case. And, maybe there is. Jaylon wasn't happy with his playing time. I don't know that for certain. But they let him switch to number 9 and then cut him 4 games into his jersey switch. It's weird timing in the end. Now, this question, I'm curious about, because this might not go very well. Grade Jaylon Smith's time in Dallas. A, B, C, D, or F. Get your votes in for me in the comments section. Let's spam them in there, and I'll give my grade. And I got to think about this one here, because Jaylon Smith was, back in 2017, whatever, when he signed that contract, 18, I thought Jaylon Smith and Leighton Vander Esch were going to be the best young linebacker duo in the NFL. And I was wrong. That was not the case with Jaylon Smith. He regressed pretty hard. For if you factor out the contract, as difficult as that is, he's probably a B or a C. Factoring in all this money you've lost and haven't gotten good return on, maybe it's in that C minus D plus range. It cannot be an F. He got a second contract. It was not a bust of a pick. It was a bust of a second contract, which I thought at the time was going to be a good one. Ended up not being it in the end. And I still like Jaylon the human, by the way. But in the end, I guess I'll settle on a C minus for clear eye view in Jaylon Smith.